What's up, guys? It's your girl, Drea Miayun. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if it's your first time here. I wanted to get into the California wildfires a bit because it's crazy. So I thought I would do like a radiant reaction segment, which is where I react to like conspiracy theories and craziness and stuff like that. So, if you don't know, if you've been under a bridge, California just like rapidly caught on fire, as you can see over here. Let me make sure that this is set up to how I want it to. Okay, cool. And I just wanted to go into it a bit. I guess we'll start here. It's really, really scary. And I really want to send my prayers to the people that are in California right now. It's been going on for like 4 days or so. And it's been really scary. Really, really scary. Like not anything that I would actually want to experience or live through at all. So this is the beginning of what was going on really. Like, as you can see, the buildings are burning. These people are trying to evacuate. The firefighters are getting there, trying to control it. This is when it was 0% controlled, basically. I saved a whole bunch of posts and I just want to randomly go through them. Probably not all of them, but I just wanted to bring this to your awareness because we need to send our prayers to California right now.
I know I'm not supposed to be here, but this is my parents' home.
I know the feeling.
And they just they got canceled from their fire insurance. So they're dealing with this. They're 90 years old. And through the state of California, because of this, they're 90 years old. They've lived in this house.
And that's another thing that that has been brought to our attention, which is really crazy that I believe it was
I've never
State
seen anything
Farm.
like this here. I grew up in Southern California. This is like nothing we've ever seen, with multiple fires raging across the LA region right now. And here in Malibu, it's truly an apocalyptic scene. We're on the Pacific Coast Highway right.
Craziness. State Farm is who I believed actually canceled a whole bunch of
I just
insurancers
left my living room and
in
came to bed to go to
Ohio.
sleep, and I was like, let me look outside to see if I can see
I mean,
a
not
fire or
Ohio.
how much smoke is
Whoa.
outside, guys.
California. As you can see, like the fire's this close to this guy's home. Like he had to evacuate. So the whole California has pretty much been up in shambles. And I mean, it's nothing like any of us has ever seen before. Like they literally have the news guy putting out fires on the news, like trying to save people's homes. Like this is wild.
The back of this house is on fire. Oh, jeez.
John has some experience as being an emergency.
I cannot believe this. Like this is crazy. Oh my God.
We know that you're doing your best to try and help, but these are not times right now to test.
He is literally online putting out, I mean, not online, on the news, putting out the fire.
Bro, I'm currently getting gas because I might have to leave. Look at this shit. This is my neighbor. This is my block. I woke up this morning and saw a black car over my house.
That is from the fire.
And I was like, all right, let me go get gas, because I had no gas. And I know that that's the first thing they're gonna run out of is gas.
Yeah. That's crazy. So we really, really, really need to be praying for California. I just wanted to go
Wind
through a
gusts as
bunch
high
of
as 99
the
miles
things
per
that
hour
popped up on my
fueled new
feed
destructive
so that you
wildfires in
guys
the
could be
Los
aware
Angeles area
that
overnight.
California is really
You can see
like
how the extreme winds had
going
embers racing
through
through this neighborhood in Pacific
going through
Palisades.
it.
Homes and businesses burned to the ground as tens of thousands of people scrambled to evacuate, many abandoning their cars. At least 3 fires are burning.
At least 3 fires are burning at the same time. And which also to my point I wanted to add, a lot of people there were kind of back and forth conflict discussion, whatever, going on online
Now, the crazy
because
part about these Palisade
I'm
fires
trying
that
to
are
pause
occurring right
this.
now is that they're
Okay, there we go. There was some conflict going on back and forth online surrounding the fires because some people feel as though these people, they have money. It really happened in the wealthy neighborhoods and the celebrities and their houses burn and they should be able to just rebuild and things like that, which on the other hand, a lot of people are upset because they're like, well, that's insensitive. Like a lot of these people were not celebrity. They were regular people and their businesses burned to the ground and the fire insurance, which they're saying was State Farm allegedly, has canceled a whole bunch of uh people's fire insurance, so they're not actually going to be covered with this. So people have literally lost like decades of memories and everything that they own, really. So it's like some people feel like people should be more sympathetic, and then there's an argument that the wealthy, this is happening to them, you know what I mean, because the wealthy is evil and that everything that they have should burn and they can start over and all that. And I'm on the empathetic side. Like, I feel like people should have empathy on people losing their dream, like all of their memories, their savings, their life. Like, people, businesses have burned, the insurances have canceled people. Like, it's not as black and white as people want to assume. But let's get back into her. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Okay, maybe she don't want to talk to us.
that they're not the only ones happening simultaneously. So not only do you have the Palisade fires, but you have the Hearst fires, Teresa fires, and these Easton fires or Eaton fires. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
This
What's
is
even more
like
crazier is that if you continue to go east,
6 or
near
7
Palm Springs,
fires
there's
at
also
the
the
same
Stark
time.
fire
Like,
and the
what is
Tyler
going
fire.
on in
While everybody's trying
California?
to put out these fires, a lot of people are trying to figure out how exactly did they start. We
Right.
don't know. Typically, that's left up to claims adjusters. Honestly, I think claims adjusters and fire investigators are the ones who determine how did these fires begin. And it's not just a
So is it
matter
like
of
firemen,
it
a
being a part of
specialty
climate
fire
change. Like we know
department?
climate change, but typically it's sparked off by something else as well. That could typically be due to old power lines not being updated, which has a lot to do with Edison. No shade, but Edison, y'all
Mm.
got issues. But also too, people doing dumb stuff like gender reveals in the middle of the wildfires, like which is crazy. But I found this very interesting thread, and you need to go follow them if you're on X. It's somebody by the name of Mike Solana. He had posted this tweet that says, if you're living in Los Angeles and it's safe, please share footage of what you're seeing in the comments here and think it would be good to have a single easy thread to read to help people understand how bad it is right now. Now within this thread, people are posting snippets of their home. A lot of people have already safely evacuated, and these are kind of the last snippets that they had been taking. Individuals from plane rides, individuals just driving, some people just showing some of their mornings, other people obviously from safe distances, thank God, showing a lot of their interactions with these wildfires. And they're not just in the Palisades. Again, they're happening all over Los Angeles County and some as far as San Bernardino
And that's what
County.
people are failing to realize, that it's not happening in the actual like city of LA only, it's happening in LA County. So it's multiple fires going on in the county in general. Like, even people have had to get out of their cars and leave their cars on the side of the road because they couldn't get any further and cars are blocking the street, and they just bulldoze the cars, as you can see, out of the way. Like, craziness. This is some apocalypse type stuff.
In my whole
Like, oh
entire
my
life of seeing
gosh.
fires and seeing fires spread, I have never seen a fire like the fire that is going on right now in California. And
None of
honestly,
us
it's
have.
looking very biblical. Think about it. You have the most expensive pieces of real estate being burned right now. You have
Oh
cars
my
stuck on
gosh.
highways. You have people losing everything right now. 80-mile-per-hour wind.
No lie though, pause. This did make me think of that movie that the Obamas put out, the Never Left Behind. What was that movie called? I forgot, but it was on Netflix. I didn't get all the way to the end, so I don't know if we all lost hope. I made it to like the middle. But anyways, I need to go back and watch that because I did make it past the part where the Teslas were like speeding and driving and running into each other and like the whole world shut down and stuff. So that is crazy. But this guy's point of view, he feels like it's in a Bible apocalypse, revolutions time, which it has been a lot of things happening in a short span of time, and it has been crazy over here in America. So I don't know what's going on anymore. Like,
I live right here, and that building is on fire right here.
Wow, is that a condominium, an apartment?
It's a old folks home. So
Oh my
about
goodness.
200 people in there.
This Palisades fire broke out at around 10.
and that's what I wanted to bring to you guys' attention as well, that I feel like people are not really thinking about. There are old people in old homes and elderly people that don't have full mobility that this is affecting as well, that have lost everything. You know what I mean? That this is the end of their life, and all the life before them they've just lost in a fire. So we really need to pray for California, and anything that you can do to send out, to help, to give, to go and hands on the ground, anything. We need to be helping California. And also,
this is for all intents and purposes
also
a fire cane. Okay, we're talking about hurricane force winds with a firestorm attached to it. Now, here's what we are looking at. This is what's causing all these problems, these destructive winds with 100-mile-per-hour gusts. We're talking about the humidity, single digits, and that leads to explosive fire growth. We've got a pressure gradient, high pressure to the north, low pressure to the south, and those winds are being squeezed between the two pressure systems. And what that's doing is bringing those Santa Ana winds, powerful winds coming in here. Add to that the low humidity and the fact that since October 1st, less than 10% of average rainfall has fallen in Southern California. And again, those winds, the big problem.
Don't bring my birthday into it. But that's how basically the news guy describing on how that was. But I wanted to say as well, there was some back and forth going with people in South Carolina, or is it North Carolina? South or North Carolina, because the disaster that just happened there, and then this happened in California, and they're upset that the president actually signed a bill to fund whatever California need in relief to this for like 180 days, I believe it was. So North or South Carolina, I can't remember which one exactly, but they're pissed off right now. And I did see like TikTok of a road of it's messed up there too. That's why I'm like, it's just messed up over here in America. We need to pray for America at this point. And why they still got these people going to work? Like, what is going on in the middle of the fire?
Apocalyptic as fuck. It's so interesting that LA like takes no breaks, because 85% of the world is commuting to work. You have probably 10% evacuating, then you have 5% trying to fight the fires. And it's like, would it kill us to just take one day off and be like, stay home, there's a fire, like
No,
stay home.
seriously. Stay home.
Do I just want a day off that bad, or is that just too right? Like, I'm like, it's just kind of weird that we really gotta just function and act like LA is not on fire. Like, we couldn't stay home. And then there's like the fire department and the cops on the freeway, all on the 405. Like, why are we affecting them? Why are we on the roads trying to get to work? Why couldn't they just say cancel work?
No, seriously. Seriously. Like, is capitalism this bad to where the whole city's on fire and people whole lives and properties are in danger, and you're
So
so
we
worried
typically see
about having
wildfire
to
season
make it to
last
work
until
to survive.
November, but to get them in January, it's pretty bizarre. The reason for that is because the wintertime
He
rain.
was going to explain why the rain and the winds and all that caused the fire, but we've listened to it a couple of times by now. So if you don't know,
what happens in a situation like
go
this
Google.
where the high school is destroyed, the middle school is destroyed, the elementary school is destroyed, you got churches destroyed, you got the 2 supermarkets in the community destroyed? How do you come back from something like this? How does a community come back from something like this?
They come back one day at a time. I think the important part of this is we have to mitigate the emergency first. We have a whole force of local, state, and federal government here to support these incidents. And I think for us.
So one day at a time, guys. It's going to take California one day at a time. And everybody keeps saying that they're different, though. They don't think that the wind and everything is causing these fires.
Fire that broke out in Santa Clarita. And I am maybe...
You're saying it's no way possible that the wind can be blowing starting these fires by the wind, basically.
It's so strange. And the reason why I'm saying that it's strange is because of this. Normally, when California has a fire, a big fire like this, it's usually situated in the mountains. And if you're familiar with LA County, or even if you're not familiar with LA County,
we're not.
Mountains,
but that's okay.
We have the city.
Okay.
We have the ocean.
Okay.
And we have the deserts.
Oh.
It's usually dry in the mountains because they have the trees and the dry
They got
shrubbery.
everything.
The deserts, it's dry. But the city is concrete. You know, LA, Beverly Hills, Pacific Palisades, that doesn't usually catch on fire. You'll have a house fire, or imagine Atlanta or Chicago. That's LA, right? These fires happened at the base of the mountain, and supposedly the wind pushed it into the city. Concrete buildings, cities are just burning down. McDonald's, Burger, and
yeah, everything's just burning down. This is wild. You guys see this? McDonald's is burning down. Burning down. Shout out to these firefighters, though, because Lord knows how hard that they have been working. And this is 2 men and a dog surrounded in their house by the flames. I really, I haven't had an update or heard an update on these people, but I really send my prayers to these people that they make it here safely.
Don't worry about that, dude.
Is the fire department there? Do you see water? Or is it just flames? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
The plastic is gone, dude. Yeah.
The house is melting. That is like, to be burned alive like this, that I just really pray, like, please God, let them have made it out, because that is crazy. And then what people are also forgetting is the pets. Like,
right over here, Joab, you can see more people coming with their horses. They're trying to rescue their animals. Can you imagine just, oh my goodness, these embers.
which, side note, people were really upset about this video because they feel like, why is the news in people's face? They don't know what they're doing. This is evacuation. This is like an apocalyptic, like nobody knows what is going on. And they're trying to save these animals' lives. And then you're in their face with the camera like this. So a lot of people were upset about this as well. But yeah, it's the news, I guess. I don't know.
Everywhere. Hi there. How many more horses do you have?
We have a couple we just let loose over there.
We're trying to get as many as we can out. Yeah.
Are any homes out there on fire?
Honestly, I did not pay attention. I just drove straight to the barn to get my horses out and get the rest of these guys out.
Oh my
I
God.
got a bunch out with trailers, and there's a bunch in there still. How many more? Yeah, we don't know. I don't know how many. How many did you let out?
We took about 4 of them in trailers, 2 in the second trailer, 3 in another one. So there should be at least maybe 12 plus.
12 horses?
Out there right now?
It's a whole bar.
Let's get these down. I got, let's see. 4, 2, 3, what is that, 9? How is it 14? 11, 12. There's 12. Yeah, no, they're pretty wired up. Yeah.
Oh man.
They're getting used to it now, but when the wind's blowing and the embers are, they don't really know what to do.
Oh my
Have you seen anything like this? Look
God.
at that hillside. Yeah, I've rescued before. Yeah? Yeah. Please be safe. Yeah, thank you. You be safe too. Yeah.
Oh, well, the lady was so nice. Like, I feel like she was like answering the questions as best as she could, but people were pissed at that interview, which I'm like,
I feel very emotional watching these people.
oh my
Sorry.
God.
It's just emotional to see the desperation of the people that live in this neighborhood. I mean, you can see this woman with a bucket of water just trying to make sure that her home doesn't catch on
This
flames.
is
Their
so
roof is
sad.
starting to catch on fire. Someone in that household was on the roof, and we were yelling, "Sir, please get off the roof. Please get off the roof." They're trying to do everything they can to protect their home because, as you can see, right next door, this home is just completely engulfed in flames. And it is just really bizarre and heartbreaking to see some homes completely standing and fine, and then homes just across the street.
This is completely devastating. And it is, but that is odd that random homes are on fire, though.
We
In the
heard
middle of homes that are
repeatedly fire
not. That
crews
is kind of weird
requesting
to me,
help,
but
backup, and not having enough crews. Were you guys prepared enough for this? Did we have enough resources to fight these fires? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So I'll start at the end and work back. No, LA County and all 29 fire departments in our county are not prepared for this type of widespread disaster.
oh my God.
There are not enough firefighters in LA County to address 4 separate fires of this
It
magnitude.
was like 6 or
We
7,
were prepared.
wasn't it?
We did get state pre-position resources that came from Northern California that were up in the Santa Clarita Valley. We did hire additional firefighters from the LA County Fire Department and pre-positioned them in the Santa.
And they hired inmates. Now they got the inmates helping them contain the fire. See, like this is a regular person. There are regular people who lost everything in this fire, you know?
Well, it's kind of sad, you know. I mean, everybody's lost, not just this community, the community next door. I'm sure all the people up there have lost everything. It's just pretty devastating. This is pretty devastating. I don't think LA's seen anything like this before. Not even the earthquake. Don't know. I'm gonna go sit and
I'm
watch
not
news all day.
mad. This is so sad. So I had to bring this to you guys' awareness because I'm like, we need to pray for them because the stuff old. And how are all these separate fires just like, and then it's right across from the water. You see the ocean right there? The gas station on fire like that. This is just crazy. Crazy.
So y'all know I live in LA. Yesterday I got so many messages from people just wondering if I was okay because LA has basically been on fucking fire. But what's interesting to me about it is this fire happens on a day where it's so windy that the furniture on my porch is slamming into the door. Never experienced this much wind before, and I used to live in the mountains. The areas that are on fire are Pacific Palisade, which is where all of the celebrities live. There was a random fire in front of the
Ooh.
Getty Museum, which allegedly has a tunnel system underneath it. Pasadena, again, where celebrities live. And let me just show you what it looks like outside.
What? That's crazy. And then the sunshine over there.
Now, I ain't really saying nothing in this video, but I'm also not saying anything because these winds have been anywhere from 50 to 80 miles per hour, which is causing the fire to spread so quickly that people are literally abandoning their cars in the street to run for their lives. And then after the initial fire, there are also some random solo fires, like in Santa Monica, on like the windiest day ever. I've been here for 3 years. This is the windiest day I've ever experienced here. Okay.
But they also have been, well, I know that they caught one person saying that it was arson. So
What's up, America? State Farm in California. So you know how Pacific Palisades, California is basically completely on fire right now? Well, obviously a lot of you know that State Farm has pulled out of California mostly, or it's decided to double its prices. But many people don't know that just recently, and I mean days before this fire, State Farm dropped the policy or canceled coverage on thousands of people's homes in Pacific Palisades, California, just in time for a huge wildfire to come in and devastate everybody's home. State Farm is the scourge of the insurance industry. We've named them Snake Farm.
not Snake Farm. People are really upset. People are really upset that these insurance companies have canceled.
Insensitives out there who are like, oh, it's the Palisades. They're all rich. They can build new homes. Maybe a few. Y'all don't seem to realize that, one, insurance companies have been canceling fire policies all over California. So they might not have insurance. The Hollywood strike should have let y'all know that not everybody in Hollywood is super, super rich.
That's another thing. These celebrities ain't got it like y'all think that they got
there are
it.
like 3 or 4 fires happening now. So
I didn't heard like 6.
This
I don't know where
creates-
they're getting 4 and 3 from. I've
it
seen
exacerbates an
more than that.
already exacerbated and collapsing housing crisis. Like, we are already in a housing crisis. Now, all these people are going to need homes. Like, this is a crisis.
Please don't move to Atlanta.
To all you insensitives out there who are like,
Oh my
oh,
God,
it's the
we is full in the surrounding areas. The surrounding areas of the Atlanta is the full.
The house is totally engulfed in flame. Have a secondary home behind it. It's gone. The car, it's gone. The trailer, it's gone. Everything is gone. And I didn't take it serious, so I didn't grab anything.
I still can't believe it.
We're gonna be all right. She was saying, "Hey, get up, get up, get up," and I just.
I'm still over here in shock for the people.
Tragedy, living in California, 30 years, right? But I just took it for granted. And then at 3:35, she says, we got to go. We get out at 3:35 this morning. We're driving down the street. We pass a fire about half a block away from our home. We come back about 8 o'clock and we see that everything has burned up.
But my question for him is, if you see all this fire and stuff, so that ain't make you grab nothing. You know what I mean? How you just gonna leave like, I'm at least like, okay, I think y'all playing, but I'm still grabbing what I need to grab. Like,
what's happening in LA right now is not normal.
I don't know.
It's not normal. I don't care. I lived in California my whole life, and this shit is not normal, especially in the winter. How is it that every year we have a devastating fire and we still don't know how to fix the shit? And this affects all Californians, not just in Southern California. $18 million was cut from the LA Fire Department. $18 million that would diminish the ability to prepare for and respond to large-scale emergencies.
Yeah,
that's not strange to
that
nobody.
Happened too,
and when the
y'all.
mayor was asked, did this budget cut affect the wildfires that is going on right now? She said, I'm confident that it did not.
Yes,
Confident.
they
It's been
caught
48 hours.
her.
What do you mean you're confident it did not? Like, I need an
And she wasn't
investigation
even
done.
in
Like, how do
LA.
you
She was
know?
on a
How
vacation
do
or
you know?
something.
And this really hits home, even though I'm in
I
Northern
think.
California. The city of
Allegedly,
Oakland, in
maybe.
which
I
I
don't know.
reside, has done the same thing. Yep. Cut the budget for the fire departments, y'all. And they closed down a couple of stations, and they plan on closing more next month. The fire chief of Oakland said that there is a great amount of impact with the stations closing, but his department's job is to lessen the impact to them. He also said because it's foggy and it's not the season for wildfires, that they felt like it was a good decision pretty much.
What?
I'm praying for LA. I'm praying for all
We
cities
all are.
in California, because if this is how we distribute the budget, we cut the fire department when this happens to cities all over the state every year, that is scary, especially with them trying to justify it. Like,
No, seriously. I'm over here like, huh? Huh? Hunty, huh? What is going on?
Look, man, these fires done got all the animals coming down the hill. This rabbit don't know where he is right now. You are on Pico and La Brea. You are on Pico and La Brea. Look, man, these fires done got all the animals.
But the animals really are. I feel so bad for these people. This lady, she had to get out of her car.
Tell us what happened. Well, the smoke just got really bad, so I just started packing up all of our stuff, and we got in the car to go. And then all the cars were abandoned, so I had nowhere to go. So I just had to get out of my car and start walking. The smoke is so bad. I have no idea where we're going. Where did you leave your car? Just right up there behind the fire trucks. Well, I can tell you that we have some resources right now. Yeah. At Gladstone. Okay. There's some people there that I think can help you. Okay. You can just make it down. It's not even half a mile. Okay, yeah. I'm going to let you and your daughter and your dog go. Just, have you ever seen anything like this? Never. And I've lived in Malibu my whole life, and I've seen tons of fires.
Oh my God.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry. Where's the mask or the jacket for the baby, though?
So, well, we're glad that you're safe. We'll get you down there. Thank you. Help. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Well,
do you want our mask?
One of the things that she just brought up, Ellen, and Josh, we can
He
still hear
even
you, but I
offering a
wanted to
mask,
point
'cause I
out
got the
something
same
to
question.
a
Where
lot
is
of
the
folks that is a complication with this. When people are trying to evacuate and they're stuck in that gridlock, and then they just evacuate their cars.
That
The
smoke?
problem is, I'm not saying that's what happened with this woman, but there are times where people leave it in the middle of the road, and
she
because
gonna
they're
put on
fearful
a
of their
mask
life,
on her.
they just leave.
Do the baby got
now
on a
that
mask?
car
Am I
is right in
tripping?
the middle of the road. There's no way for anyone to navigate around it. And that is a complication for these firefighters. They're trying to get up into these neighborhoods, and they can't because people were trying to evacuate and they just left their cars. So I don't know if that's complicating, but it has happened in the past. And you hope that that's not what's happening as this woman is able to get to firefighters and police and get out of there. By the way, LAPD is on tactical alert.
Oh, yeah,
we found that
exactly.
earlier. So.
And you got to feel for that mother with the dog and her little girl. You see the little frightened look on that little girl's face, and the mother. I mean, what a horrible predicament. But you're right. Some of these streets too are winding. They're a little bit narrow. It's not that easy for the fire engines to get in and out of.
Crazy. Y'all, do y'all see all this? Y'all see all this that is going on in California right now? Like,
I don't want to be that person, but I'm just going to have to be that person. I'm seeing all these videos on my For You page talking about the Los Angeles fires. And I see a lot of people talking about, oh, do you remember that dude that said you need to evacuate Los Angeles? Da, 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 da. Yes, there was a man named Drew the Prophet that's on TikTok who went to Los Angeles and was going to different parts of San Andreas.
This whole
and he
thing
was
is
telling
crazy,
people to
y'all.
evacuate because of the San Andreas fault line, and that a whole flood was going to cover up the entire state of California. So last year, he was from Atlanta, traveled all the way to California to tell people that, because he believed that God had put it on his heart to tell people to leave. And now that these fires are happening in Los Angeles, people are coming out making videos talking about, oh, y'all should have listened to him. Oh, he told y'all to evacuate Los Angeles. Drew even posted a video talking about, I told y'all to evacuate LA, evacuate Los Angeles. And I'm sorry, but it just comes across as insensitive, and it comes across as completely and entirely heartless. That because millions of people did not pay attention to maybe 2 or 4 different TikTok videos, that means that they are deserving of everything that's happening to them right now. And I just simply don't agree with those statements.
And for all the people that are making those statements, I think it's just better for y'all to just stay silent, because for y'all to make those statements and say the things about the people that are living there, that it's their fault that they're still there and that everything's on fire and that they lost everything, it's extremely insensitive, and it just shows where your heart is at,
It
and it's
really
not in a good
is.
place.
But also the dude, this prophet that flew and told everybody to evacuate, that now is popping up. He said that it was going to be because of a tsunami, not because of fires. So, yeah, like, but if you guys do have
If
like
you're
an
somebody who
animal,
with a pet in danger or a
help
horse
you.
in danger, what do you do?
You can't break into people's homes, obviously. You can't do that because you turn from a rescuer to it looks like a looter. So I'm very nervous about that. But put the stickers on your windows or your doors. Now, there is somebody in the Highlands right now. Katie, I don't know if you're near the Highlands in the Palisades, but there's a house. We're trying to find out if the house is still standing because they
Oh my God.
They had 2 cats and they weren't able to get back in. They were down on Sawtell and the whole thing got shut off, so they weren't able to get back in. So I was trying to get to the Highlands, but I'm sure you know that it's not possible because the police, you got to put the signs on your doors or windows and let people know that you have animals in there. And also,
But I mean,
right away, put your information out on Facebook and Instagram because the rescuers need check.
Like, how can people do that if they left and then like, I don't know, would you pick a certain window just to let people say beware of dogs? Like, those posters?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Los Angeles, California, the heart of the Golden State where dreams come alive. From the bustling streets of downtown to the scenic
Y'all see these people just running and stuff? Like, this is nuts. This is nuts. So this is what's been like popping up all over my TikTok, as you can see. Like, it's just been all of this craziness of the LA fires. And also what people don't realize is now that my next point, now that with people leaving their cars and stuff, looting and stuff is happening.
Things really are. All right. So New York is about 14,000 acres. All right. In Manhattan, 15,000, 16,000 acres have burned up in Pacific Palisades. Okay. And not just that, we are.
Okay. The internet
Also
wants to.
Hollywood Hills, Studio City, Malibu, Santa Monica, Altadena, all of those right now are just up in flames and they got no containment on those. Now, the worst thing about it too is what we have going on is these Tesla chargers are full, and a lot of these Tesla charging stations, they shut off the power. So they can't even charge their cars. So what's going on is a lot of people, they just abandoning their cars. And if you know, in a lot of those areas, if there's traffic, your car run out of battery, there's only one way up and one way down. All right. So it sucks. And to top it off, on top of that, you got all these looters. All right. So a lot of these places that had to evacuate, you got these looters that are coming in and they just taking everybody's shit. Okay. Now it's looking bad out here. It's like the Wild Wild West.
So people really need to be safe because with all this going on and losing your house, like not everyone is good. And sometimes people do take advantage of not so good situations. You know what I mean? They use those situations to come up and take advantage of people. So it is very important that people in LA stay on your P's and Q's, stay, alert. I guess that's what I'm trying to stay. Alert to what's going on around you, surrounding you, in those shelters and different things that you're going to, because you've now lost everything, I just feel and all of the things that are going on, all of that is happening to them. And this is why I wanted to bring up, I did want you guys to see this though. Well, we'll end it off with that. I'm going to show you these two, well, these last three, and then I'm going to come back to that one. And then we'll jump over to see what the people on the TikTok, I mean, not TikTok, we're on the TikTok, the IG are talking about. So basically, this one is saying
what we know
that
the incident occurred, started
the
here,
Kenneth
and
fire
about 20 minutes, 30 minutes later,
was arson, and that they've basically found the person that started the fire. So this, like I just said, this gives people free will to just go around and act crazy, which is leading to more people like burning down the city, setting these different fires and things like that. So be careful, y'all. Be careful. And I'm gonna let him give y'all some good words of
this
advice.
is for everybody in LA. If
yes.
you survived the fire, congrats. This is round 2. This is threat number 2.
Yes.
Threat number 1 was the fire. It's slowing down. Great. Do not relax. There's no time for fucking tears yet. No crying, no nothing. This is game time because human beings are the apex predator. People are aware. Cops, nobody's responding to crimes right now.
There's only so
Everything
many
is going to
bodies,
be covered
so many police bodies
by this whole fire that's happening.
They can't be
People
everywhere.
are already breaking into businesses,
Yep.
breaking into houses,
Be
harming
careful.
other people, unaliving other people, because nobody's going to fucking take the time. There's too much happening for people to look at. Oh, this person's not breathing no more. Was it a red rum or was it the
fire?
devastation? There's too many things to be focused on. All crime, no one's there to help you right now. So protect you and yours at all costs.
All
and I mean
costs.
all costs. All that fucking pent up bullshit that everybody got from 2024, you want to crash the fuck out, save it. You about to need it. This is not a time to relax. This is not a time to fucking chill out. This is about to become a fight for resources. And you're also going to be dealing with people in the society of LA. All these homeless people been waiting for their moment. This is their time to shine. They're already breaking into houses,
the homeless
businesses,
community.
stealing. People are setting more fires just because they want to watch this shit go down. So keep in mind, the fire going away is threat number 1. I'm happy if you survived. I'm so fucking goddamn sorry everybody's in this goddamn position. It's the worst thing that can happen. But this is threat number 2. This is the one you really got to pray to make it the fuck out of. And when I say protect you and yours at all costs, I mean at all costs, because their crimes are kind of free for all. But if you got to do what you got to do, everybody's kind of free. This is all alleged also, because I'm making this video. But everybody there, you know what the fuck is really going on. You know what to do. So do not hesitate to do it. And the other thing, women, stick the fuck together. Be as vicious as you have to be. Nobody can respond to a crime call right now. Cops can't get down the fucking road to nobody. If men want to come in your house and overpower you, or men want to catch you and find you, what you gonna do? There's no one to call. There's no one to help. So when I say life or death, and it's your life or your death, so act accordingly. This is not over. And there's no time to cry yet. Not yet. I am so fucking sorry to everybody caught up in this. I'm going to send you strength. Ain't no thoughts and prayers and bullshit, baby. I'm going to try and send you some fucking strength. Do what you've got to do. Okay, this is for everybody in LA. If you survive the fire,
you guys heard that
congrats. This
message.
is
Like,
round 2.
do what you got to do. Protect yourself. You know what I mean? Women, stick together. This is a sisterhood time. You know what I mean? No cattiness. We ain't got time for none of that. Stick together.
When I tell you that they are always shaming us to cover up for a
Another
billionaire,
layer.
I mean it. There is one billionaire couple in California that utilizes more water than every single resident of Los Angeles combined. Their name is the Resnicks, and they own the Palm Wonderful Company, which owns Fiji water, Palm pomegranates, and Wonderful pistachios. Also, huge Zionists. In 1994, the public water access in California was taken away from the state and divided up amongst a bunch of private contractors. One of those private contractors was the Resnicks, and they purchased 60% of the state's fresh water resources.
Majority?
They own the majority of all the fresh water in the state of California.
Two
And this was
people?
really important for them because pistachios and pomegranates take a lot of water to grow. So they purchased the majority of all of the water in California in order to grow their crops. And then they strong-armed all of the other farmers growing pomegranates and pistachios out of the market so that they could charge $7 to $10 for a single fucking bag of pistachios. But let's also talk about Fiji water. They purchased a natural spring of fresh water in Fiji, an island in the South Pacific. They took it away from the indigenous people, built a water packaging plant around the spring, and then rehired back the indigenous people at like $1 a day.
What?
Just to sell you and I boxed motherfucking
I don't
water
even drink
for
Fiji.
$3 a goddamn bottle.
That's wild.
It is not about you versus me. It is all of us versus the CEOs. All of us versus the Resnicks.
That's
California needs to
wild.
fucking revolt and take back water as the public resource that it should have always been.
No, seriously. So as you guys can see, it's layer upon layer upon layer with this fire. Like you think it's one thing and another thing pops out. And I was going to go over to my IG and go through the whole celebrities, but Kim K's over there fighting. She feels like the inmate firefighters should be paid more. And Paris Hilton's house burned down. Beyonce's mom. A lot of people are going through it. And I mean, you guys kind of get the gist of what's going on in Cali at this time. I just want to go ahead and just end this out. Stand over here on the TickTock. We're going to let him end us out of here with a little bit of craziness or a little bit of whatever with Disneyland. And then I'm going to catch you guys later.
Good morning, everybody. I am in Anaheim, California, hiding from the fires. I decided to come to Disneyland, happiest place
Just
on earth.
love this.
Well, I mean, where else
Happiest
would you
place on
come while
earth.
you're evacuating from a natural wildfire? You know? So let me just tell you guys, I'm not equipped for this. When I moved to California, I didn't think I was moving to this. This is scary, okay? The little Texas boy has never experienced anything like this. Last night, I was like dead asleep. I woke up. I was about to get ready to go to Barry's to go work out. And I get text messages like, oh my God, there's a new fire right by you. And I was like, whatever, you know. And then I go and look at it and I'm like, holy fuck, that's really close. That's like literally my backyard. You go outside, you can basically see everything. And so now I'm sitting here and I'm freaking out. And so I'm calling my mom and I was like, there's a new fire next to me. And she was like, oh, hell. And then she realized how close it was. And she was like, oh, hell. And so naturally, the little Texas boy in me starts freaking the fuck out. Because what else am I supposed to do? What?
No,
in that
seriously.
situation, what else would I do? Except for freak out. So then I started to pack all of my things. Don't know what I packed. I packed a bunch of random things because...
What do you pack?
What do you do in this situation, you know?
What would you guys pack?
And so here we are in Anaheim, California at Disney World eating a Mickey Mouse Disney waffle because I had to evacuate my apartment because of a fire. It's crazy. You guys.
It really is.
The most traumatic thing. Being told you have to leave and the fear of not knowing whether or not you're going to come back to everything.
Yeah.
Was absolutely terrifying. I packed.
See, these are normal people.
Only real thing I needed to pack was my dead dog and my alive dog. I've got the dead one and the alive one, so now we're good. But holy,
Like, what are
Scariest
these
day of my
people
life.
gonna do?
I'm so happy to be okay and safe, and I'm sending all the prayers in the world to everybody that was actually affected, lost things. You know,
Yeah.
California burnt the fuck to a crisp, like to a crisp.
There, like with them, like this is crazy. This is crazy. California really like caught on fire, and all these people are you just saw what's going on. But I'm gonna end it there. I appreciate you guys for watching with me. Let's send some prayers to California. I'll be back with some more stuff, and like, share, comment, subscribe. Oh man, my banner wasn't on the whole time. That's a bummer. That's my banner, you know, cash at me. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. Start a conversation in the comments. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye-bye.